today's winning is about being solid with the wind.
Consistency.
Yeah.
How many of the holes are out in the wind, out in the open?
Like probably all of them.
All of them?
You know, Trevor hates us.
Probably half.
Those darn course
probably
designers.
At least half,
No,
more than half.
At least half.
Yeah.
Because all of the...
And those that are in the
seem like-
trees, you're thrown out into the open, or from the open into the
Right,
trees.
And there tends to be some gusty, swirly stuff in the middle of those trees too. So
today is play it smart.
yeah,
Placement. Is that the key? Placement?
placement.
In the fairway?
Keep it in the
Preferably,
fairway.
yes.
Yeah, keep it in the fairway.
Dry
Watch
fairways.
OBs.
Dry fairways, I'm not sure those exist today.
It is a little soggy out
It
there.
is.
That's all right.
But I think it's going to be placement and just being smart. Don't try and run it when you're a little too far out, especially headwinds.
Yep.
Do you got a number in mind what you're going to try to shoot? Or is that bad juju?
That's bad
That's
juju. I
bad
don't think about it.
juju. Yeah.
Just
I like
play.
to- we like
and
to-
have fun.
One hole, one shot at a time.
We like to pretend to play par golf.
Yeah.
If we just make up our own par.
Yeah. I
Awesome.
just look back and see if I played better than the last time I played it. And if I did, it's a bonus. If I
Yep.
didn't, it's like, oh, that's not too bad. Maybe just a couple over.
And it's still the beginning of the season, so endurance is a big issue still.
Oh, for sure.
Stay warm, stay dry, stay in the fairway.
Yes,
Get up and down.
I want a shirt. You need to make me a shirt that says that.
Stay warm, stay dry, stay in the fairway.
Yes.
So she can remind herself.
Yeah. Let me look at this. What was I supposed to do today?
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Joe. What's the course looking like?
It's looking a little damp, kind of swampy, but the mosquitoes won't be around much this morning.
You know, that's a positive. It's cold enough.
Yeah, well, it's not raining. That's my favorite part.
There you go.
And it's really a gorgeous spring morning.
I like it.
Yeah,
Just put a hoodie on and waterproof shoes and you're good.
extra layer helps.
There you go. So
Yeah.
what's the game plan out on the course? Is it playing a little tougher with that swampy stuff, or is it playing a little easier? Obviously doesn't help.
Gonna be a little sliding going on, but there's a lot of dense foliage, stop stuff. I don't think only a couple holes where the grass comes into play. You know, a lot.
Some artificial OP, I know.
Yeah, especially on the longer holes. I'm just gonna keep it tight, nice and easy.
What do you think is going to be hot?
Hot round. I'm gonna say
42? 42, he says.
hot rounds would be 9 or 10.
Which puts it at what, like 40, upper 40s?
I think par for us is 57.
Yeah, so upper 40s, low 50s should be in the running for cash.
Yeah, I think the hot round would be 9 or 10. There's a lot of birdie holes out there.
I was going to say, they look scoreable. I haven't played this course in a couple of years, so I'm kind of playing it blind because I know there's some big changes.
I didn't have all the long tee pads when I played it on Saturday, but I think I counted good 9, 10 birdies. So I don't have the distance on some of the longer ones, but I know some of these guys do. Definitely.
I agree.
Definitely. I've seen them do it.
You think just putting him in the middle of the fairway is going to be key today, or is it birdie or die?
It's about half and half for me. Like I said, yeah, the longer ones, yeah, just stay in bounds. Stay out of the rough, because there is some super rough on this course. Get back in the woods there. Nice and slow disc, slow feet. And for me anymore, it's like don't get injured.
Don't slip and break
Keep my
something.
feet under me and don't get hurt.
You playing Masters or you playing Open?
I'm playing Open.
All right, you moving
Hi,
up,
Chuck.
man. See, now Chuck didn't want to get videoed earlier. There's Chuck.
Wow.
He's that guy. I see how it is. All right, thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
Miles, got anything to add from Suitcase?
No, that's the wisest words you're gonna hear.
Stay warm, stay dry, stay in the fairway. That's what Kathy, Chuck's wife, said.
Those are great words too. Smart people, smarter than me. Better sage advice. Have
Kathy's-
fun. Let's add
Kathy's
that on the end.
Kathy's a smart cookie. She knows how to play golf.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so round 2 is coming up here in just about 15 minutes. Just a quick recap. Round 1, it got windy. The course was a little soggy, like everyone was kind of talking about before the round. The course, A lot of the places where we got out into the open, it was windy. The wind's probably gusting down shoots of trees, probably 30 miles an hour easily. But overall, it's pretty nice. It's a little chilly with the wind. It's kind of the sun's trying to, it's poked out, but it's kind of not very warm yet. That wind kind of keeps all the warmth at bay, but it's all right. Kind of just stay the course. Took a couple shots that I probably shouldn't have, so may hopefully make some corrections to round one, or from round one into round two. I think I'm tied for 8th, 9th, something like that. 2 down. I shot 2 down, which wasn't too bad. Ended up being 55. Not bad on this course. So a few of the holes were completely. One of the holes was completely unplayable. It was flooded, so we had to fix that. So they added a 19th hole out in the open in the middle of everything. So make the corrections from round one, keep playing, and see what happens. All right, so we got Logan here. He's the winner of the Plum Creek Classic here. Pretty windy day out there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was roll at times. You get in the woods, you didn't feel it much, but out in the open.
Okay. Did you have a chance to play the course before the tournament today?
I did. I got in last night, Friday night, and I walked it with 3 discs in the rain and probably shot better than I did today. I was just throw and go, trying to get a kind of a feel for how it was laid out, but yeah, I did.
So what's kind of the prep work for leading up to a tournament like this? What, did you just walk the course, play the course? Are you looking for certain lines, or?
I definitely want to walk the course. I want to play it if I can, but if not, I just want to walk it. And I'll walk up a fairway, I'll see the line I want to throw, and then from the basket, I'll look back up the fairway. And a lot of times when you look back at the fairway, you see opportunities and lines you didn't see to begin with. So if you can't get a practice round, at least walk it, and walking it entirely backwards is never a bad idea.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Did you, this is the first time you played in Nebraska, so what's it been like here coming to Nebraska and playing a disc golf tournament?
It was a lot like Kansas, honestly. It's not much different. It's windy, it's flat. I was hoping to kind of get out of the wind and the weather, but it followed me up here. So people were super friendly. I really think the Nebraska community in this area is something special. It seems like everybody gets along and works together, which is kind of hard to find.
Awesome. Cool. And as you played today, I mean, obviously you mentioned the wind. How did that play a factor into your game plan? Was there any difference from what you saw last night and what how the course played today?
Definitely changed my game plan. There were some holes I really wanted to attack. The temporary, I think it's temporary 17, maybe regular 18, was turned into an island. I pinned my second shot in the first round. I felt like I needed to push. I threw a warhorse into a ripping headwind. Round 2, I was just playing for par. It's too windy to putt. It's too windy to really have a ton of control. So it's just staying in bounds when you need to. And then when I got in the woods and the wind's not a factor, I'm attacking as much as I can to try to make those birdies count. Because I know when I get back out in the open, I'm not going to want to have to push in that wind.
Awesome. And so obviously with the wind, were there any MVP discs that really helped you take down the wind today?
Definitely. The Enforcer. This one's fusion plastic. I throw both lucid and fusion. Enforcers are hard to beat, especially this one. This one's very overstable for me, very reliable. I don't like throwing a disc, especially in the wind, and hoping it comes back. I want to know that it's going to come back, and that's what I get with the Enforcer. And then, I guess the other MVP disc, not MVP, dynamic, most valuable disc, is the Warden, and that's because you can't win if you don't putt. And I think that's the quickest way to becoming a great player. I don't know many players that are successful that aren't good putters. I think that's the one thing we all have in common, is that we're decent on the putting green. And what that does for you is it takes stress off of every other part of your game, because you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to put the upshot right under the basket. You just got to be close and you know you're making a putt.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you coming up to Nebraska, and we hope to see you at a few more tournaments. I know you mentioned the Star City Shootout coming up here in a few weeks,
Yep,
so
I will be
hopefully
there.
we'll see you there. Maybe take down the win there, but I'm going to make a push and see what I can do. I didn't play so well today, but I'm going to make a push to try to take you on.
Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thanks, Logan.
Yep, no problem.
All right, so back home. It was a long day. Pretty sure I got a little sunburnt. The disc golf tournament went pretty good. I ended up cashing for the first time in a while, and still trying to keep my AM status going forward, so I just accepted merch. Got a couple random discs, some Tour Series ones that I've been kind of wanting to try out. But round 2 went a little less smooth than I had hoped. Still had some mental mistakes, some missed throws that ended up costing me some strokes, and the few holes that I had hoped to improve on ended up either doing the same or a stroke or two worse. So didn't make up any ground, but ended up losing a little bit. I ended up overall shooting 1 stroke worse, so still not bad. I mean, 950 rated golf, a little higher than where my rating dropped to after I had some of my 1,000 rated rounds from GBO a couple years ago drop off. Overall, the next steps, I guess, would be just think about some things that I need to improve on. I know beginning of the season, first tournament of the year where I was actually in the tournament mindset. Ice bowls really don't count. Overall, I think I fared pretty well. The mental game could use a little bit of work, and obviously long grinding adverse conditions just requires a little bit of physical conditioning as well. I think my watch had about 28,000 steps, so that's way more than I normally get in any given day. So some things to improve on. You know, this morning as I got up to go to the tournament, I honestly was a lot more excited for this tournament than I have for any tournament in quite a while. So I was really excited to get out there. It felt really good to go to a tournament and not feel like I'm forcing myself to play. Ended up playing with some really cool guys, and met a few new ones. Had a guy from Kansas come up and play with us. I think he was part of Team Dynamic Disc, so it was great to have Logan join us, and he shot good. We talked a little bit earlier about how he's going to try to make it to the Star City shootouts, so pretty excited to see him there again. Hopefully he can bring up a few of some other Kansas guys, and we can have a full field again. So it was great. Ended up having a great time. Still have some things that I need to work on. As always, there's no such thing as a perfect game, so looking forward to queuing up the next tournament and seeing what we got coming up.